22 years. 22 years for a seditious conspiracy. Man, that's a long time. Um, and, I don't know if there's parole allowed or not. Um, I'll find out. But apparently, this is a serious charge and it's a serious conviction. This is something that is not taken and prosecuted for lightly, So, obviously these guys got what they deserve. And, I'm hoping this is a message to everybody else who has these thoughts about conspiring to overthrow the government or to, stop the certification or process of a fair election. But this is how society is today, and this is how things will get resolved. So, liberals, Democrats, leftists, moderates, progressives, whatever, I have to say, all we do is we go on with our lives, we watch our politicians actually legislate and produce bills, and, you see them on the news visiting, states that have been hit by disaster. You see them visiting schools. You see them doing things that are customary, regular, and expected. But when you look at the Republican Party, when you look at the conservative side, Christian nationalism, you don't see any of that. All you see them is just hate, misplaced hate. You don't see them legislating. You don't see them doing anything for anything, catastrophic. All you see on the news, all you see on TikTok, all you see on YouTube, all you see is all these Republicans, white Christian nationalists. All you see is them always pissed off at liberals, Democrats, intermediates, and all this. They're always pissed off at the immigrants, always pissed off at BLM, always pissed off at LGBTQIA. I take it back. They legislate, but they legislate bills to harm these communities. But you don't ever hear of them doing anything that better progresses the country. No, and so unfortunately, I believe until things can be, how can we say, until things can be, anywhere back to normal, this is what's going to happen. People are going to be arrested. People are going to go to prison. People are going to face. The list is still growing. From what I understand, they haven't convicted everybody yet. They haven't arrested everybody yet. They haven't done that yet. So the list is growing, and there's still a lot more to come. But as I posted on my other account, is that Republicans, conservatives, white nationalists, ultra conservatives, ultra MAGA, this is your future. This is what you have to look forward to. I've also said before, do you remember when the new Congress was taking over? Before then, all these congresswomen and congressmen, Matt Gaetz, Green, Boebert, all of them, we're going to take it back, we're going to take back this, we're going to change that, and they've done nothing because all of their actions are futile. They don't make sense, and you see these federal courts and judges kicking them out, circuit court judges kicking them out, throwing them back down to the lower court because they agree with the decisions, because what they're doing is not right. So that's why now they're talking about changing the Constitution. Now they want to amend the Constitution such that, it make it harder to revert back from heavy conservatism and nationalism, or federalism, excuse me. They want to amend the Constitution and ratify it to be more of a federalist ideal. But that doesn't work. My family, my mother, she's big on this, and sometimes I think she's, one of the bigger conspiracy theorists, but rather she's more worried about, because we're Hispanic, we're from El Paso, we saw what happened down there, it was a bunch of bullshit. But she's concerned, she's worried that, he's going to be reelected, he's going to become a dictator, he's going to be what Putin was. No, it's not going to happen because we have a Democratic body in Congress and in Senate. We have the LGBTQIA community behind us. We have the African American community behind us. We have, the Latino, Hispanic, Mexican community behind us. You put us all together, and we're a hell of a force to reckon with. When all of these people, all they're going to do is they're going to be pissed, be upset, and want to just keep going. Like I was saying before, this is their motive: aggression, violence. That's all they do. The only place it goes for them is jail, prison. So we're going to see a lot more of this going on, and it's unfortunate because I don't wish it upon anybody. But this is the fact, and this is what's going to happen. So, I'm not one to wish anything upon anybody, but for people to go and to purposely inflict harm, to inflict fear, to to just treat anything other than humane. This is what you deserve. This is what you get. I've I've done things in my past, and I've had to do things for to give back to the community and to make up for what it is that I had done. So, I've learned the fact that you know these people have to stop playing the victim. They have to stop playing the "oh me, please me." This is no, 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 no. Mob victim mentality. And we see it, and we see the push going against it, and it's going to happen. So, you know, I don't want to say we have nothing to worry about. We have a lot to worry about because the violence is going to continue. Now, I can imagine with this guy being, sentenced to 22 years, either his followers are like, oh shit, you know what? Or they're like, oh my God, see, they continue to fuck us, and now we got to fight, 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 fight. Who knows what's going to happen from here on out? The MAGA base, ever since the beginning, since the first indictment, they've been claiming, oh, January 6th is going to look like a playground, and nothing, they've hardly shown up to anything anywhere, if anything, they show up, and they just, they don't portray or produce the fear, anxiety, and violence that they say that they will. Oh, you convict him again, you convict him for the fourth time, we're going to be out there, we're going to, no, because it's all talk. Now, those that are dumb enough to actually do this is what you have to look forward to. What's going on with Proud Boys, the Oath Keepers, what's going on with the gentleman found in front of the Obama residence with weapons, The FBI is on it. The CIA is on it. Homeland Security is on it. Secret Service is on it, So I don't know why anybody would think that they're smarter than all these agencies put together to get away with it. And it's not going to happen. But you know what? As they say, fuck around, find out. That's what's happening at this point. That's what's happening at this stage. Now, I live in a very progressive state. I live in Washington, and there's very low amounts of violence. Though we've had certain things happen, like when the BLM protested out and everything, and downtown was smashed up and all that. But I'm originally from El Paso, Texas. I'm glad I'm not down there because I can just imagine, what it's like to even just be in Texas and be a Democrat anywhere, Ken Paxton, that's the next one we got to look out for. Greg Abbott, I'll come back and talk about that guy again. These are the resolutions we're looking to for all these actions be taken, okay? So prison, jail, conviction, these are the resolutions to all the problems that we're facing. So you know what I say? Let these guys act the fool. Let these guys do what they're gonna do. Unfortunately, it's gonna harm other people, but let them continue doing what they're doing because this is the resolution. They're gonna get caught, apprehended, convicted, sentenced, and put away. I mean, that sucks. Biggs, the lieutenant for the Proud Boys, 17 years. Has a child who's 6 years old, I believe it is. Marriage of 13 years. That's gone, man. That's gone. You weren't the tough guy in court. You were pleading with a judge for the judge to let you to continue taking your daughter to school. You forfeited that right, man. Just like anybody else who's convicted of a crime, they forfeit the right to their freedoms. They forfeit the right to their privileges. You can't do that. So the rest of you out there that are thinking about, pushing the narrative and continue, keep going. This is going to be your resolution. Florida, man, I don't know what you guys are doing. So real quick before this ends, so there's been this big push, obviously Bible and Christianity and national whatever, the Bible. I remember when this first started, the plague, locusts, high waters, leprosy. Who's got all this stuff going on? The state of Florida. The state of Florida, the state that's been pushing it the most. It looks like you are experiencing the wrath that you've been pushing. Leprosy, oh my God. I don't remember, I've been in medical 30 years. I don't remember leprosy being that bad in one state, And then the waters, the floods. Yeah, it looks like you guys brought upon the wrath to yourselves that you've been predicting for everybody else. All right, guys, please take care. We'll be back. We'll talk to you soon.